Arizona Wildcats and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. Ja'Cory Barney Jr. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Time to take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
He'll take it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So the Arizona Wildcats offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to the running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. Finds his man. It's Richardson.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Fafita. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The run inside. It's Craig. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Jordan. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Wants to throw it again. Got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Craig. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Arizona does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Arizona.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
Under fire, looking for a big gain. Oh, he makes the play, it's intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking for a man, it's Fafita. The quick out. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wants to go right back downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go the two.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to it. Could be an alley. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Arizona lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Makes the grab inbounds!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
To attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The screen, he can go. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Fafita. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
They're working that left side. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. Trying play action. The sure hands, it's Richardson. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Got his man in the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe only time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 19, set to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the offense has had a... They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Fafita. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll run it from the gun. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. The official says no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Creates a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Makes the catch. It's Richardson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll try it again. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Number 19, set to advance on the football.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hunter. Wide open spaces. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Nebraska. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect him. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Rides to the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Third down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Arizona comes out with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. To the air, it's Fafita. Makes the catch. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2. He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's got it. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there, and now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. It's complete on the right side. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunter. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
The Cornhuskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Runs through a tackle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football. They make the tackle short of the first down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on fourth down.
And he got it! Putting that 3 on the board makes it a 2-score game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barney. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To throw, it's Calandria. Here's the pressure. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. With the catch, it's Ives. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock after a short pickup of 7, and it's getting dire in terms of the clock. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Here comes the heat. Find some time. He did,